everybody, it's Christine. Thank you so much for dropping by. It's Friday, which means it's Friday Reads, and I'm so glad because I'm so tired. I have been sleeping, but my allergies have been doing a number on me. I take a reactant, an extra strength reactant every day, but unfortunately, I'm highly allergic to birch trees, and we have a giant one in our backyard. And I'm also highly allergic to fresh cut grass, so everybody decided to do their grass cutting on the same day. So, kind of really, I spent the last week trying not to call my eyes up, so that's how bad it's been. Anyways, I will do my Friday Reads books of what I'm going to be reading this weekend, and then I have a book haul, and it's a good fair size. So currently, my son and I are still reading Goblet of Fire. It is going to take us a long time because not only is it huge, but the printing is small, so it takes us longer to get through. I think it takes me about a half an hour to read 10 of these pages. And so yeah, we just are this far in, and that's been about a week. So it's going to be a while. So you'll be seeing this a lot. Okay, so currently I'm reading 2 other books. I finished one book already last night, and I pretty much read it all yesterday. But I'm reading Carly Phillips' Perfect Fit. It's book 1 in the Serendipity's Finest series. And word of warning, if you guys are going to start reading these books, she also has a series called Serendipity. This is Serendipity's Finest. If you go to read them, read the Serendipity ones first because these do kind of give spoilers, and I have not read the Serendipity series, but I will go back and read them. But yeah, they kind of merge after a couple of books. I think 2.5 or 3 of this series merges with 2.5 or 3 on the other series, so you might have to read them in tandem. But yeah, this is about a cop who comes back to his hometown to take over as chief of police while his stepfather is dealing with cancer, and his brother's also in it, one of the officers as well. And he had this one night stand with another officer, and so he comes back, and there's a cold case that they have to look into, which is pretty much the story, and that's only a little bit in. So there's that one. And then I'm reading our May pick for hashtag on the booktube shelf, If You Only Knew by Kristen Higgins. This is my first Kristen Higgins book, reading, that is. I think I have a couple of them over in my bookshelf, but this is about 2 sisters. One sister is friends with her ex and his new wife, and I've heard a lot of people saying that that's the weirdest thing, to be friends with your exes and their new families. And I don't think it's weird because it happens a lot around me. I do know of other people that have been really great friends of their exes and their new wives and the kids, and in fact, I'm good friends with my mom's ex, and I consider his sons my brothers, so it's kind of weird, but it does happen. It's not normal, but it does happen. So yeah, she's moving back to her hometown to be closer to her sister, and she thinks her sister's got this wonderful marriage, and the sister is finding out that her marriage might not be all that it's cracked up to be. So far that's about it. I will be doing my update on the 27th of May. I know Chloe did hers, and I believe Elisa did hers. I'm not too... I haven't gotten to those videos yet because I haven't read them, so I can't remember whose is next. I know Alana was asking to switch places with somebody because she's in the process of moving, so she hasn't got caught up, I don't think. This is another problem where I'm 2 weeks behind in videos, and sorry. Yeah, life. So besides those 2 books, I'm going to be picking up The Last Boyfriend by Nora Roberts, and that's book 2 of the In Boonesboro trilogy. And this is carrying on with the the carpenters. They're carpenters. They build, they refurbish buildings and stuff. So those 3 books also go towards my Triple RC challenge, which is nice that our pick of the month goes for one of my challenges for Triple RC. So I'm actually fairly getting caught up in my reading, as I really missed it when I was getting so busy. I really missed reading every day. I have to read every day to be, I wouldn't say grounded, but that is what calms me down. Some of what. The next is also what calms me down, if I can get back to it. But I had to go to Michael's to pick up some felt for those little badges that I was making. And this was on the clearance rack. And there was other ones there, but they just didn't fascinate me as much. But this is Vintage Charm coloring book by Heather Duvall. And I love teapots and, you know, stuff like that. So it's kind of cute little. It's all one-sided. The pictures are on the side. And there's like a quote or a story and place to write stuff in. But I just think it's cute, like different chairs. And I know there's like teapots and teacups and wedding cakes. So yeah, it's cute. And then these 2, my daughter found them on Chapters. It's equivalent to Barnes & Noble. And we don't have a Chapters here, but our Kohl's, the bookstore, is owned by Chapters, so we have 2 of those. But she found them, and she actually got my husband to pick them up for her, and then she paid him back later when she got her paycheck. But I had told you about the bullying on Sunday that we had, and this just made my day. It fit right into what was going on, and yes, bullies are little brats. They've all apologized to my son except for the ringleader, and yeah. So he was lying about Cameron, so he got all these kids to go after him. And then the next day when I told the school what was going on, they had a little talk with all these kids, and they all apologized and said it was all based on a lie, and the ringleader is still not apologizing. He's trying to talk to my son, and my son's like, you know what, I don't have time for you. So, cool. But this one is called Bite Me, I'm Coloring. De-stress with 50 hilariously fun swear word coloring pages by Chaye. I don't know if you can see that, Chaye. It's French, so. But yeah, some of them I can't even show on here because there's one. Ask me if I care. And because I don't want to have a whole bunch of swears on here. See you never. So this was just perfect for my mood. And the next one is kind of, I'm not going to say the title, it's F off. I'm coloring Unwind with 50 obnoxiously fun swear word coloring pages. And again, I think it's by Chaye. I'm not sure. But it's got the same coloring style, or yeah, it doesn't say. But yeah. So they just kind of made my day. It was just so funny. Like, pissed off. And yeah, I do swear, but I just don't exactly want the swears on my channel. So, whatever. This, yeah, they made my day. Crash. Oops. Okay, so then we went to Value Village. And there's Razzle. On Tuesday night? Yeah, because my daughter was working. And so my husband and my son were looking for this adapter plug. And I went to the book section and I found 10. 11. Oops. Oh well. But at Value Village, you buy 4, you get 1 free. And their price is like, if the book is $14.99 or higher, you pay $5.99 for the book. And so the most you're going to pay is $6 for a book. And then I think it's, if it's $7.99, or $10.99, and these are Canadian prices, I think I only paid $3 for it. 3 or 4. So, oh no, I did find 10. One my mom gave me. That's right, 2. So I found Robert Galbraith's Career of Evil, and I got the first one, The Cuckoos Calling, at the library book sale a couple of weeks ago. So now I just have to find the Silkworm, and they're hardcover. So at least they're all the same formats. I'm not going to toss those over there. And I've heard such good things. I know April from April Sarah loves this author, and I've heard other people really like it as well. And it's Wool by Hugh Howey. And I think they can't live above ground because the air is toxic, so they live in silos. And if you do something bad, you actually have to go out in the air up above on the ground to do like cleaning of the vents or something. So I was very impressed to find this. And there were several more books that I was thinking of getting, but I figured, no, I better not. The next 2 are historical. Well, the one that my mom gave me, she just finished reading it, had her eye appointment the other day, and handed it off to me, and it's Wyoming Rugged by Diana Palmer. She gets like the box of books every so many weeks, and a couple years ago there was a 51 book series by Diana Palmer, and we read those back to back. Like it was funny. So I like her writing, but this is book, I think it's 5 in the series, so I'm gonna have to find the other ones. Yeah, Wyoming Tough, Wyoming Fierce, Wyoming Bold, Wyoming Strong, and Wyoming Rugged are in the series. So, and then I was so happy. I got one of Diana Gabaldon's other books. I don't even remember which one. I know it's not Voyager. Maybe it was. In the older style of covers, and then I found Dragonfly and Amber in this. So I'm so happy to find this cover in mass market paperback. You guys know, if you've been around for a while, that I love my mass market paperbacks. There's something about holding the smaller book that just is a lot easier for me. So you also know, if you've been around for a while, although I haven't read any in a while because I'm doing the Triple RC challenge and I'm strictly trying to keep it all romance. Next year I'll do the same challenge, but I will add in other genres. But Anne Rule is one of my favorite true crime authors, and unfortunately she's passed away. But it's her book Small Sacrifices that I read that got me into reading true crime. And so I'm trying to build up my collection as I find them in good condition. And I found Last Dance, Last Chance, and Other True Crimes, Anne Rule's Crime Files, Volume 8. And I've read this before. I will pick it up again. So yeah, there's Anne Rule. And then this is actually the second book I read by Anne Rule. And I read it when it first came out in hardback. And it's If You Really Love Me by Anne Rule. And this one was heartbreaking. I forget the main story, but this girl, when she was a kid, she was put into doghouses and made to stay in the doghouse when she was a kid. And that's just, wow. So yeah, I'm going to be reading more of these next year. And there are so many other true crime authors, but I've been trying to find one that is more meatier, which means they don't just gloss over everything and have like a book like this thin. And I've seen this author on Snapped, and I think he's on Women Who Kill. And when I spotted his book, I grabbed it, and then I just happened to look up on the rack at Value Village, and there's 4 more. So I've got 5 books, all by the same author, and it is M. William Phelps. And by meatier, I mean nice and thick. So he actually goes in depth, I believe. So I picked up Bad Girls, and I don't know what any of these cases are. I haven't read him yet, and I don't recognize some of them, or I might later, but yeah, so I grabbed them to try them out. I mean, I'll keep them still, but yeah, Bad Girls, Cruel Death, One breath away, and somebody had decided to write on her lips. And the same person must have owned these all because they kind of wrote on his face. But if you only knew. And then the last one I picked up was To Love and to Kill. So I am so pleased to find several of his books at Value Village so that I can, get my little hands on some good true crime. So yeah, that was a little bit long. Sorry. Let me know what you guys are going to be reading this weekend, if you've read any good books, if you've read M. William Phillips and Anne Rule, to compare them. But I think that's pretty good. I'm hoping. So anyways, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you later.